Drunk driving is rising, at least in terms of offenders being caught. An additional 27 impaired drivers were stopped from April to June this year compared to the first quarter. This according to the latest Operation Vega statistics.
In Bermuda, we have a drinking culture, but what we're seeing is that people are attending parties and they're consuming alcohol and then driving and riding vehicles.
The majority of cases are alcohol-related as opposed to other drugs, says Acting Superintendent Robert Cardwell.
99% of what we come across is alcohol. It's the easier one to detect. We are aware that people are also driving under the influence of drug. We do take blood tests from those people to define that there's drug in their system.
How do you think you change the impaired driving culture?
It is an uphill battle. We're in excess of over 100 arrests for impaired driving in the first 2 quarters of this year already. The numbers are staggeringly high.
Are you in favour of random undeclared sobriety checks?
Those are matters for the government of the day and not matters for the police.
Overall, impaired driving offences are down so far this year compared to the first half of 2023. However, AS Cardwell suggests that Operation Vega statistics may not reflect the true number of incidents due to the recent spike in road traffic collisions. Essentially, when police have to attend and investigate crashes, there are potentially fewer officers available to perform speed or alcohol checks or other road monitoring measures. That is not to suggest increased RTCs are a result of fewer officers, but the reverse. Potentially fewer officers can engage in traffic enforcement when bad driving is rife. And that's down to those behind the wheel.
It literally comes down to drivers out there not giving their driving or riding their full attention.
AS Cardwell subsequently added, quote, "Whilst we sometimes fall short on officers to carry out proactive traffic enforcement due to distraction with collision, the Bermuda Police Service always maintain adequate staff to respond to calls for service." End quote. Operation Vega stats show overall offences, but they do not show how many officers are out monitoring the roads at any particular time, or how many speed or alcohol checks have been performed. Are you going to release those kinds of statistics along with numbers of arrests? Wouldn't we get more of a picture of really how it's working?
No. So the Bermuda Police Service doesn't traditionally speak on the number of people that we have working at any given time, but let me tell you this. I have a roads policing unit, which is made up of between 6 and 8 officers, and they are working around the clock, a day shift and a night shift. So I'll tell you, last night they went out and they did laser operations for an hour and a half. They caught 15 speeders. And the highest speed was 90 kilometers an hour, 3 times the speed limit.
The roads policing unit has 6 to 8 officers. Is that the same number of officers it had 5 years ago? Have you increased or the fewer officers?
No, it is the same. We've sustained the unit with the resources that we have. Yeah. But then on top of that, you also have your operations in Community Policing Division. So you have Somerset police officers, you have Hamilton Police Station police officers, you have Southside Police Station police officers. Those are all out there as well, and they're all combating drink driving as well. When you talk about resources, right now, I believe no serving police officer has ever served with so few police officers. I'm one of them. From your perspective, what effect is that having on your ability to, at least the police part of dealing with road traffic offences? What I can say is that although we are short, we have sufficient numbers to deal with the issues that we're trying to deal with. And we do a great job at shuffling resources, re-rostering, changing rest days and all of that kind of stuff to make sure that we have the resources available. So it's a constant challenge, and every single department in the Bermuda Police Service is screaming for resources, me included, but we have to work with what we have and we make it work.
Gary Foster-Skelton for Bermuda Broadcasting News.